And now, it's time for
What happened?
What happened?
What happened?
What happened?
What happened, Simoni?
What Happened with Simoni Lawrence.
Let's go, Hamilton. Let's go, Hamilton. Let's go, Hamilton. Big shout out to the 2025 Eastern champions. I mean, we clinched first place in the East, and now we get the opportunity to win this Eastern championship game. Just one game to be the Eastern champs. We're the regular season Eastern champs, giving us the bye week because of how we put it on Ottawa, and it was complete domination. What's up, everybody? My name is Simoni Lawrence, and I got to tell you exactly what happened. We were looking for domination in this game. That's all that was acceptable for this game, and we got it. And I'll be completely honest, we were a way better football team than Ottawa. Like, it got to the point where we was just playing around with these little boys. Like, they had their third string quarterback in. He only lasted about 2 quarters, and then they benched him. But let's get right into it. How did this game get started off? It was going to be a long day for Ottawa because it was just like taking candy from a baby, especially playing against having Bo Levi playing quarterback, going against this defense. And they were doing the most simplest things. And not only doing the simplest things, they were doing it over and over again. Let's talk about the first touchdown to Tim White. I knew Tim White was going to have a big game. I wore Tim White hat all week because I knew he was going to have a big game. And let's talk about the first touchdown Tim White caught. This was a great read by Bo Levi, just because what they did was they sent the will linebacker blitzed, right? So now the Mike is taking over the will linebacker's job. And this is Bo Levi's favorite throw, that little bender post in the middle of the field. Now the Mike has to get underneath Tim. And so he's showing like he's playing Mike still, but he has to go and veer and get underneath Tim. And Tim, that's an easy matchup for Tim. Tim ran the post. He lost Santos Knox, and it was an easy touchdown. Great throw, good catch by Tim White, and that's how the party started. I was like, ooh! And then the defense, I was like, where the steppers? We gotta call all the steppers to the front. And Amos showed up on cue, baby. And the thing that I liked the most about this interception was I like how active Reggie was this game as well. Reggie was right in the quarterback's face. The quarterback had to get the ball out, and Amos just intercepted the pass and got a little bit of yak after it. Amos had a great game. He had 2 interceptions, and he was one of the most consistent defensive backs this whole entire season. That was such a great pickup this offseason. He has panned out tremendously for this football club, just as far as the continuity and everything that he's brought to the football team. And you got to keep going. You want to know how this game went? To all my listeners, y'all got to find a way to watch this clip right here. It was this Greg Bell run. It was in the first quarter, like on the center point. It was like a 22-yard run by Greg Bell, and it was just so effortless. And that's just exactly how this football game was with the Hamilton Ticats playing Ottawa. He just came through the hole, juked a couple of people, and then when he was done, he just ran out of bounds. It's like, yo, don't touch me. I got a big game in a couple of weeks to play. You know, y'all going home early. I don't want y'all to put y'all hands on me. That pretty much is exactly how the game was. Greg was amazing all night. He was hitting the holes. You could tell that he's ready for playoff. His body is playoff ready, and he was just making so much play. And then you go on the other side of the ball, and you watch this hit by Talbert on the screen pass. Oh my goodness. It was just like, these are little kids. Please get them off the football field with them. The quarterback, quick pass. It was a screen pass. Talbert just blew through everything and what? Smoked them, baby. Oh, man. And it was for a 1-yard loss on the screen pass. And then now they're in a 2nd and 11. And then Reggie, oh, man, I've been watching Reggie. Reggie needed to get better at his drops. And boy, did he get better in his drops this game, especially with this interception, just being able to read the quarterback and understand where all the players are on the football field. It's always about who can threaten my zone. And as a football player, you want to be able to retain and see information as fast as possible. So if you're dropping to the 3 receiver side, you're like, okay, 3 people can threaten my zone, and the 4th person that can threaten my zone is coming from the other side. So Reggie did a good job at that, and then just stay on the quarterback. And, you know, you're on a young quarterback like this, he's going to tell you where the ball is going. Interception by Reggie. And what made the pick even more cool, I told y'all, these Ottawa was like little kids to Hamilton. These boys was over here playing rec yard football, pitching the ball back. Goose got the pitch, and they was just having fun out there, doing exactly what they were supposed to do to this football team. And then Ottawa safety got hurt. And I'm like, oh, man, this game going to get ugly. We're going to have to probably use the mercy rule or something. And then on the second touchdown to Tim White, Bo just picks on the safety. I mean, like, the safety just had no idea what he was going on. Like, I'm telling you, I played safety in high school and all that. Like, this safety didn't even read anything. Like, Bo looked to the left side of the field, but all of the routes were short routes. If you're playing safety, you want to check 3 to the strong side to see what he's doing, to see if and then come back to 2, right? This safety just stayed on Bo the whole time. Bo looked left and then came back and hit Tim again, and there was nobody there because Bo did a great job playing around with the young safety. Well, he's not a young safety, but he's just doesn't have a lot of reps playing safety, number 21 back there. And Bo got his second touchdown to Tim White, and this kind of game could have got ugly. It was 26-7 at halftime. They took the foot off the gas a little bit, and they kind of let Ottawa breathe a little bit. But like Ottawa coming out in the second half, they put in their backup quarterback Schultz, and they got into a second and long. It was second and long, and Jamal Peters. This was an easy interception. It was like 2nd and 15, and Jamal Peters is the cut player, so now he could do his job from pretty much like high level. Like, he doesn't have to be low, he can stay high, and then the time that the number 1 receiver tries to run him off, he's already there just watching number 2 the whole time. That's his only sights. And as soon as 2 breaks, he comes off the number 1 receiver, because that's his job, and intercepts the ball. It was like taking candy from a baby. Jamal Peters has been great all season. He has been worth the price of admission all year, baby. And they were having so much fun with these boys. Philip Osai got a sack. And I seen the Philip Osai get the sack. Then he hit his little move. And then the thing that I recorded Philip Osai's sack, because 2 players after that, Braxton Hill had a beautiful interception on the 3rd and 4. He broke on this ball so fast, and that's how you have to play football. You have to understand who can threaten your zone, and that's just exactly what Braxton Hill did. And Braxton Hill's one of those players where he was so productive on special teams that they had to find a way to get him reps, and it looks like he's their new second and long and passing down linebacker at that Mike spot, because he's been tremendous at it. He had 2 interceptions. It was like taking candy from a baby. Julian Hauser, he continues to be dominant. Oh, man, let me tell you, he had 2 sacks this game, but this is what Julian has been doing so well this season, is quarterback pressures. I want to see the stat on how many quarterback pressures Julian has that turns into turnovers, because that's exactly how Amos got his 2nd interception, when Julian came around on the quarterback and hit him, and the quarterback just threw the ball up. Amos picked it off for his 2nd interception of the day. Oh, man, just a dominant football game. Offensive line was moving people around. Casey Sales was in the middle of the field having a day. He had a sack. Really liked the way Fox comes in there and plugs up the middle of the field. The boys were playing good football, good solid football. I know you can't really see how dominant they were because of how bad Ottawa was, but they did exactly what they were supposed to do going into these big playoff game. The all-black game. All-black playoff game. Oh my goodness, these games turn me up so much. Like, there is nothing better than playoff football in Hamilton. Like, oh man, it just does something different for me. This game was pure domination. The special teams did well. They covered well. Wooden looked like he almost was about to break so many. I know it's coming, and I hope it comes right here at Hamilton Stadium in the playoffs. It's coming. He's an inch. I see these holes. I know he's watching the tape, and it's right there. And then we got to talk about Mark Leggio. Oh, my gosh. 7 of 7? That's 21 points off of field goals. I know one thing that they would want to get better is scoring touchdowns and less field goals. But when you have a kicker that's going 7 of 7, and a lot of these were at 40 yards plus, and That's a weapon, especially in the playoffs when everybody's going to want to score points. Mark Leggio accounted for 21 points. What a big day by the guy. Tim White, he was dominant, 2 touchdowns. Keandre was catching the ball. Kenny Lawler, he did a good job coming back, catching some comebacks. He's always going to be a dominant force. Shamar Bridges, he was catching the nice little check down balls, getting Bows some yards when they desperately needed it. The defense, they were moving around, flying around, really like Braxton. Julian Hauser, he had like 6 tackles and 2 sacks. Even Braxton Hill, he had like 5 tackles and 2 interceptions. Verisuk had 5 tackles. Casey Sales had a sack. Julian had 2 sacks. Osai had 1 sack. Like, the boys were making plays. Amos had 2 interceptions. Jamal Peters had an interception. Like, this is the kind of football that if this translates into the playoffs, we're a tough team to beat. Can't nobody see us when we playing like this. It was a game. The fans was rocking, baby, per usual. Like, we in the playoffs now. It's time to pull up our socks and do what we know we can do. A lot of people think it's something that's not, and it's time for us to prove it. My name is Simoni Lawrence, and I had to tell you what happened. Let's get to it.
And now you know what happened with Simoni Lawrence.